it's Chris from Laser Lemming, and as you can see, things are changing. Things are rearranging that is. I have been working. You might not think so because, not much videos on this channel so much, but I'm working. I'm working to make this big, and I've literally been working, a 9 to 5, kind of a 9 to 7 lately, but not so much anymore. I'm working on it. I am working. I've got a whole new set here. I think it looks pretty snazzy. You got your Star Wars, your Batman, your Ninja Turtles, and your video game representation, Pokemon and all. I think it looks pretty good. But I'd like to know your thoughts on the new set, the new digs. And I'd like to talk about the new digs. As you can see, there is a clapper here. Look, action. That represents a few things. I'm not just into video games. I'm into movies. I'm into making movies. I'm into making shows, comedy, whatever. I have a comedy channel. You might have heard of it. I might have talked about it a lot on this channel. I will link it somewhere here. But yeah, things are changing, rearranging, and it's looking good. So I want to talk about a few things. Today's topic is going to be the new Ghostbusters movie, but I also wanted to just introduce it all. I've got something new coming. You might have noticed I changed up the intro a little bit. That's on purpose, and you'll see more about that later. Anyway, let's get on to the topic at hand. Ghostbusters 2016. Starring Melissa McCarthy, Kristen Wiig, and the rest. So, a lot of you guys who watch gaming videos are too young to really remember the original Ghostbusters. Most of you probably have not seen it. It came out in 1984, I believe, and it was a big hit. Smash hit. I own the first two. Great movie. Well, first one's a great movie. Second one's alright. But yeah, they're funny. They're funny, and ever since this reboot was announced, it has been hit with a slew of hate. Non-stop hate. The hate train has been strong with this one. And, that's due to a few things. First of all, I want to say that where the hell has this movie been, first of all? Because Ghostbusters 3 was in development hell for over 10 years at least. Dan Aykroyd, original Ghostbuster, he was working with Harold Ramis on producing a script for this, and he really wanted to get this off the ground. It was a passion project of his. Sony owned the rights to it, and here we are. Harold Ramis died. Nothing happened until Harold Ramis died. Harold Ramis died, and all of a sudden Sony's got to get up and go to make a new Ghostbusters movie. Who'd they hire? Paul Feig, whatever you want to call him. He's the director of Bridesmaids and The Heat and a bunch of other comedies starring women. So they offer him the movie, and he says, what if we made every Ghostbuster a woman? I've heard a little bit about this dude. He said that he grew up with women. He was more in touch with women. He didn't really have that super masculine side. And so he gets Ghostbusters, and he wants to make it with women. Not a surprise that it happened, but Sony, is that really what you wanted to do? And Sony stuck with it because it was 2015 at the time, and maybe even 2014, but they stuck with it. And despite the hate, they kept rolling through. And you gotta admit, a lot of the Ghostbusters criticism has been due to sexism. However, the first two trailers didn't show off a very good-looking Ghostbusters movie. And this movie comes out in 2 months, July. This movie comes out, I think, July 15th. 2 months. And that's not a good sign. It's not a good sign that we're really only now starting to pick up steam for this movie. Sony wanted to make this an extended universe kind of thing. If you ever were following the leaked Sony emails, you noticed that Sony was saying things like, Sony execs were saying things like, why don't we have an extended universe? All we have is Spider-Man. That's the only franchise we have. And we don't own James Bond. That's going away sometime. So we only own Spider-Man. And now they're releasing Spider-Man back to Marvel. So yeah, Sony is missing out on the franchises. They do greenlight a lot of good movies, but they are not movies that are fresh for sequels. They're not ripe for sequels. So they're like, where's the money at? Where's the money at? We're doing this wrong. So they were like, well, we own Ghostbusters. We own Ghostbusters, so let's do something with it. They did something with it, but so far, people aren't liking what they did with it. And like I said, some of that's due to sexism, some of it's just due to the fact that the trailers really don't look good. And the fact that you're only really seeing trailers within the last, 2 months, shows a lack of confidence in the product. And given the reception to the trailers, that's almost rightfully so. It's like Sony does not really believe in the movie. And there were initially plans to do spin-offs starring male Ghostbusters as well. There were talks of Jonah Hill, I believe, and what's his face? The guy playing Gambit, the guy who plays with Jonah Hill in 21 Jump Street. The guy who plays with him. That guy. Anyway, there were plans to do male spin-offs, and those are kind of getting shut down right now. They're not talking too much about that because Sony internally seems to be talking about kind of squashing this. It doesn't seem like Ghostbusters 2, the second Ghostbusters 2 is happening anytime. So, it's all going to depend on reception of the movie and how well it does in the box office. The box office is ultimately what they care about. The movie execs really don't give a shit about reviews. They care about how much money it makes. That's why Twilight got 5 films, because every single movie got panned, but they all made plenty of money. So, we'll see. Anyway, I digress. Ghostbusters got a second trailer recently, but even more recently, they got a third trailer. It's an international trailer, meaning non-American, non-US. And that one is getting a little bit more positive reception. It's got a couple jokes that will make you go, but a lot of the jokes are also recycled from the first trailer. So, honestly, you gotta kind of use your judgment on this. Trailers are often representations. They try to pick, especially with a comedy, they try to pick and choose the best scenes because, that's what'll get the laugh. And Ghostbusters is supposed to be a comedy. One of the criticisms of this new Ghostbusters movie is that it's too slapstick. Go watch the original Ghostbusters. There is some slapstick humor, but, a lot of it is also just kind of these witty guys, especially Bill Murray, who is also going to be in this new Ghostbusters movie. Try not to curse, but this guy would not be in Ghostbusters 3 to save his life. He did, first credit, he did appear in Ghostbusters the video game, but he would not be in Ghostbusters 3. And that stems to a beef with him and Harold Ramis and total dislike of Ghostbusters 2, but he would not be in Ghostbusters 3. But he's going to be in the Ghostbusters Reboot and a cameo. And I think what's his name is going to be too. Probably Dan Aykroyd, not Harold Ramis. That would be pretty morbid. But probably this is the problem. Ray? No, not Ray. I want to say Eddie. Carl Winslow. Not Carl. I'm cutting this. The black guy in Ghostbusters. See, this is the problem. This is the problem with the original Ghostbusters. The original Ghostbusters had a flaw too. The original Ghostbusters really cut this dude's role down. I want to say Winslow was his last name though. It's not Winslow. But the dude had a meaty role because the role was originally meant for Eddie Murphy. And then they didn't get Eddie Murphy and they gave it all to Bill Murray. Bill Murray's a funny guy. So they cut this dude's role down big time. Anyway, he might have a cameo too, even though he previously kind of said, like, I don't want to talk about this movie. It sounds like bad word. Like I said, I'm trying to curb by cursing a little bit. But yeah, he might be in this movie too. There's been some talk about him maybe being the black chick's uncle because she said, this is my uncle's car, the hearse. That's the Ghostbusters car. Anyway, I'm rambling at this point. I'm just kind of talking about Ghostbusters. This new trailer, the international trailer, if you haven't seen it, check it out. I might link it, but check it out. Let me know your thoughts on it. What do you think? What do you think about this movie? I feel like 2 bad trailers, 1, okay, maybe trailer. And I don't mean that like I'm trying to downplay it. I just really didn't get the huge positive buzz that some other people did off of it. I thought that like the first joke was, it made me grin. It made me give it like a really whispery chuckle. I'll admit that for no shame. But you look at 2.5 bad trailers, that doesn't make for a good movie. And you can kind of judge, especially a comedy, you can kind of judge the quality of a movie unless your trailer editors are just really bad at their job. You can kind of judge the quality of a movie like that before it comes out. So I'm gonna say this movie probably isn't going to fare too well, even among critics. But yeah, those are my unbiased, unrelenting, beautiful thoughts. Let me know yours in the comment section below. What do you think of Ghostbusters 2016, the reboot, the all-female cast reboot? Let me know. Comment section below. Subscribe more if you haven't already. I mean, I got shove, and all this other junk behind it. Beautiful stuff. Let me know. Thank you very much for watching. Subscribe more if you haven't already. See you next time.